Hey, got on my say, what did this say, y'all? You just gotta push through, because God says so sure. All right, you guys, I'm doing my travels. Can't keep the old lady down. Doing my travels, but while I'm traveling, I was thinking about, the new cast members. What are they bringing to the show? Trish and Ken and Marquez, what are they bringing to the show? Nothing. Now Trish has been enlisted to go after Melody. Y'all see how she be shading Melody with her lack of understanding as to why Melody was questioning her. Yeah, Melody exposed you for who you are. You going into a marriage man home, her home, as a matter of fact. Y'all see these truck stops over there? Yeah, I go to the little girl room. I'm on my way to Huntsville, you guys. But anyway, Trish need to clean up her own back door. That's what she needs to do. Her front yard, her back door, the side door, everything. She need to clean up before she start talking about Melody and trying to shake Melody. That's what I'm going to say to you, Trish. Clean up your own backyard. And first and foremost, you sit up there laughing. Okay? You sit up there laughing while your children are in distress over your boyfriend. Now, Ken, if you're not doing anything from your heart, why keep on bringing up what you do for these kids? Those are not your children. And Trish, sweep your own backyard, front yard, and side yard. So Trish needs to sweep under her own doorstep. Here she is, already acting like she is Melody's enemy. And Melody has never done anything to this woman, right? So Trish is sitting at the table gossiping with the Scots female, right? She's got the nerve to say that Melody was grilling her, right? So anyway, you got Tisha and you got Kimmy, they sitting at the table with her like, how dare she? How dare she grill you about what's going on in her home? Tisha, this girl right here, Trish, you looking awful bad. Because you was over there at that woman's house, right? While you were married. You were married, right? You over there at that woman's house while this woman was separated, having problems with her husband. So much to the children was there. Yeah. So Melody really wasn't gone long because the children was there. She needed to get away to get a peace of mind. Well, let's talk about what a frenemy is. How you get to be this woman frenemy is because you wanted her husband, right? You had a husband at home waiting for you to come home, but you over there with this woman husband during the pandemic. And everybody thought it was Ariel, and Ariel kept telling her it wasn't her. Now, Ariel, you got eggs all in your face because here's another lady on there. Another one of Martell's women. Martell don't want you on that show.
He showed up in rare form too. He did. He's chatty. He talks a lot about his world. He was going around trying to tell everybody his story. So, was he like an attention seeker?
So what she's doing is talking about what happened at the children's graduation. And what happened at their graduation is that nobody cared about the children. Melody had to keep reminding this mom now, don't do this. This is your child graduation. Another mother has to come in and tell this woman, Trish, remind her that this is your children's graduation. Why start drama with the dad? Right? Tisha sitting over there with that face, that evil spirit face. She has, it's all over her face, this evil spirit. So now you got all three of these frenemies. That's what all of them. It's a person who pretends like they're your friend, but in some ways it's an enemy, it's a rivalry. None of these people at this table is Trish's friend. Y'all saw how they did her when she went on that trip, right? None of them embraced her. They used her. They used her to get back at Mel.
He is. Okay. He is, but he's also sensitive and he's emotional. Dang, I should have been at this.
It convinced me to damnation. Oh my God, I'm so disappointed. Oh.
So, how dare y'all compare this man to Martin Luther King? What the hell wrong with y'all? What is wrong with this internet that they will compare this man right here, this thing, to Martin Luther King? He's saying that Nell is Melody is disparaging his character. She said, well, you do a pretty good job of it yourself, right? Let's just hear what he's saying to Martell.
Oh, my grandmother was, I'm like, hold on. What you're not about to do is go and tell this whole story in this narrative. Yeah. And what you're not about to do is do to me what you've done to Martin.
What narrative? What whole story is she telling? It's not a story, right? You told me, were you there? Were you there? Well, the police officer was there. He wrote down what he saw, right?
And what you've done to everybody else. You're not about to project all things is wrong. Like, to her, you're Satan in the flesh. I'm like, you're not about to make me that. Every person is cheated in the world, and Martell's him. No, I'm not the representation for that. The thing that kind of bothered me about that situation was, Mel, if you were this concerned, you came directly to me. Yeah. You want to disparage my character going from person to person to person to person. Did she at least call you? No.
My conversation for Melody was more around the implications and the insinuations and those kind of things. Why would you even come to that conclusion? She said we weren't going to talk about it. I was like, huh?
Well, I think it's...
She did come to you to talk about it. You didn't want to talk about it, Kimmy. So, what are you complaining about, right? The woman said that her grandmother was killed by a drunk driver. He has no accountability. I don't get it. And I still don't get how do y'all translate Martin Luther King to this man right here? How? Why? You guys don't have no shame for shaming this Martin Luther King name like that? Let me tell you something. Your character is already messed up, right? Because you claim that you take your law license serious, you guys. But you took your law license and tried to do criminal activity with it with me.
They've learned, right? Especially Martell. Martell does it a lot too. You don't actually need you don't need proof when an insinuation will do. If you haven't.
But I got proof. Are you trying to steal from me? Commit fraud?
Who's been putting false information out there. And I wanted to make sure that no one is misled by this information. First of all, my name is Maurice Scott. Maurice Jefferson Scott, Sr. And if you're going to do research on a Maurice Scott, make sure that you're researching the right person. I'm Maurice Jefferson Scott. I do not have a criminal history. I've never been arrested. I don't have anything more than a citation or a traffic ticket. That's the most. I have citations and or traffic tickets. That's the very most. Never been in handcuffs. My reputation is something that I'm very, very proud of. And I'm going to defend it. Second thing is, I think that we really need to separate some of this reality television from reality, okay? And there's an issue that sometimes if we don't see it on reality television, then it's not real. However, I'm an active practicing lawyer. So I'm not going to play about my law license. That's another thing that I'm very proud of. Took me a lot of hard work. Graduated valedictorian in my class and passed the bar first time with flying colors. So not only am I an active practicing lawyer, I have multiple cases. And it's not just in Alabama. I have cases that are co-counseled in other jurisdictions. That's states as well, okay? So just want to make sure that you guys understand I'm going to protect both.
Where are they, Maurice? Allegedly, not in the courtroom of Madison, Alabama. Not one case, allegedly. You have never trialed in the case of Alabama. So this is Maurice, right, y'all? This is who OWN Network is. You guys are spreading around about OWN Network being dismissed. Well, let's talk about it. Y'all quit calling, comparing this man to Martin Luther King. It is an insult. It is an insult to every human being that walked this earth to be comparing this man to Martin Luther King. He still got family walking around here and grandkids. And is this what y'all got? Out of all the people in the world, this is who y'all gonna compare Martin Luther King to? A man with no morals, a pervert. Yeah, I call him a pervert because he said that's what he said he is. He like to have all these women at one time. And then the other young lady said that they some kind of incest thing be going on between him and Marceau. Y'all want to compare this man to Martin Luther King. What the hell wrong with y'all? It is an insult to his family, his grandkids, the legacy that he carries. So perhaps you would like to explain this, Cammie, and to the audience, to the subscribers, to the court, to everybody in the courtroom, even men came in, to the judge. Why did he lie? Why did Maurice lie and say that he have all these cases? There is nothing on record where he has tried not one case. Not one case, not through the Madison County Court, because according to his document, his license, he only is serving, he's only able to practice in Alabama. So I like to know, why did he lie about that to the audience, right? He has never tried a case through the Madison County Court. Also, why are y'all lying about Credit One? Why did he lie about Credit One, that he owned Credit One? He does not own Credit One. Talk to me, Kimmy, talk to me. Talk to me. You want to talk about everything else? Let's talk about it. All the lies and the fakeness. What about that restaurant? You got your before and after, like y'all done built this fabulous restaurant. Talk to me. Why are y'all faking? Yeah, you got your mouth open up there, Tisha. This man ain't never tried. And when he come in the courtroom, he act like he's nervous as a fuck. Just sit there. Just sit there all quietly. Don't say nothing. Don't say not one goddamn word. Y'all got the nerve to compare this man to Martin Luther King, a damn liar. Never tried a case. Never. If so, bring the receipts out. I don't want the receipts out of those paperwork that you done doctored up. Why did you walk into the courtroom and file a subpoena, you guys? An unauthorized subpoena? Committing fraud. You say you take your license serious, but yet and still you will go through court and commit fraud. Y'all, don't talk to me about your disparaging character or drunk. Allegedly, that's why they stopped you, because they said you was a drunkard. Every time I look around, you got liquor in your hand. Disparaging. Your wife is sick, but yet and still, nobody knows you as a lawyer. Everything we know you for is something has to do with sex. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this man walked in the courtroom, filed paperwork, unauthorized subpoena to get hold to everybody else's information. So this man, this so-called outstanding man, walks his butt into court and get an unauthorized subpoena so that he could commit fraud through getting all over to my personal data. Yeah, I said it, and that's what you did. Now, why aren't y'all talking about that, Kimmy? Why? Why aren't you talking about how he went to the court to get an unauthorized subpoena, right? Committing fraud. Yeah, I said it, allegedly. So what happened is that I had to get help. I paid because he was demanding that I give him all my financial stuff. He demanded that I give him my personal information. What happened? I represent Helen Griffin for limited purpose to assist her in tracking possible identity theft. Who was it? It was the great counselor. No, Martin Luther King wouldn't do nothing like that. How could y'all compare this man to Martin Luther King? Identity theft. Miss Griffin is a viewer of the reality TV show on the OWN network, Love and Marriage Huntsville, where a cast member, Maurice Jefferson Scott, in a YouTube video apparently threatened Miss Griffin for posting comments online, and that if she did not come back online and apologize, that he would take action, saying to the effect, a fool and his money are soon departed. Said I talked to CK, and CK said give him a chance to take it down. Took it down in less than 6 hours. Then he wanted an apology. But why me? There were multiples of people posting this same video. But why was I targeting me here for the hot tea? And so, and anonymous, y'all, the lawyer, she's a subscriber, but she is really a real lawyer. He wasn't counting on that. So, said a fool and her money will soon be departed. That's what he said, y'all. Shortly thereafter, Maurice Scott, who is also an attorney, filed a pro-civil action against Ms. Griffin in Madison County, Alabama Circuit Court case. Now, how you file this court case saying that you had told the court now that he had consulted with my attorneys and I had been served. I had no attorney. I hadn't been served. That was how he got the subpoena. Instead of serving Miss Griffin with the lawsuit or serving her notice of any subpoena, Mr. Scott signed certification that he had served Miss Griffin. I said I take my law license serious. I'm a good lawyer. I graduate valedictorian and Melody. You're messing up my name, my character, disparaging my character. Melody said you're doing a great good job of doing it yourself. Can you imagine that? Took the bar to uphold the law? Yeah, this man supposed to be upholding the law. And what do? He go in there and get these unauthorized subpoenas. So Mr. Scott signed certification that he had served Miss Griffin with notice of subpoena and then had the subpoena sent out to, look at this, y'all. Look at this. He had these subpoenas, these unauthorized subpoenas, y'all. Meta platform, Block, PayPal, Google to turn over all of Miss Griffin's bank accounts, y'all. Obtaining information under these deceptive tactics. False certification with the court since December 2023. I knew nothing about it. He was already in my shit. PayPal, y'all. Google, PayPal, Cash App, all of my bank shit. And y'all want to call this man Martin Luther King? Oh, I take my license. I don't play with my law license. Yeah, wonder what the bar would say if they heard this. So let me get it over. So what did he do, y'all? Each subpoena is issued if no objection to a third party. Google, PayPal. What do you want with my PayPal, y'all? Metal something. Third party trying to access her data. The lawful access has been tracked back to the Madison County Circuit Court. And the falsified subpoena therein originated from Mr. Scott. Falsified subpoena. Yeah, the lawyer, y'all. Falsified subpoena. Getting my PayPal, my bank account. Falsified subpoena. Yeah. Have likely caused great damage. I have recently sent out notice to each of the large corporations. Had to send out notice to Google, Meta Platform, PayPal, Block in court, where the subpoenas were sent out notice to each of the large corporations. Y'all. They even went through court and got these subpoenas and sent them to all of these PayPal, Google, all of these things. He sent and got my information. Yeah, what you say? Mel, you messing up my image. Disparaging my image. You got a lot more to worry about than that DUI. Kimmy, why aren't you talking about this, Kimmy? You and Tisha, why aren't y'all talking about this? You got a storyline, why aren't you talking about this? So it's talking about the Google, the Meta platform, the PayPal, the Block, where the subpoenas were sent out notice to each of the large corporations. Google, again, Meta platform, again, Inc., PayPal, Block, where the subpoenas were directed. It is believed, sadly, that Mr. Scott, a cast member, intend to use the civil action and that extortion against Miss Griffin in the upcoming episode of the reality show Love and Marriage Huntsville, you guys. Yes, yes, yes. He's still on the show. Still got this man, all these criminals on the show, y'all. This is my life. This ain't no joke to me when I tell y'all, hold it. Wait a minute now. Don't just come out here blasting these documents. Give me a chance to absorb what's happening to me in the background. I got to deal with all of this going on in the background. Then I got to deal with these CCs that have no respect for another human being, no compassion. Yeah. So the Love and Marriage Huntsville, by the way, you guys, which they do not have a license to film in the state of Alabama. Love and Marriage Huntsville filmed in Huntsville, Alabama. 2 of those daters holding companies have responded, very concerned to learn that Mr. Scott has credited the certification of service stating falsely that Miss Griffin has been served notice and that Mr. Scott needs to be stopped. I am not certain now how much data has been released so far. That Miss Griffin is just now learning of the deception used to obtain her data and identity for malicious reason to harm her. This ain't no joke. Y'all getting your feelings when I say, hey, hold it. Can you hold it? Can you not post this yet? Give me a chance. When this shit come out, these different subpoenas, and they arguing in the courtroom, and y'all just ready to blast it. I'm a human being with feelings, y'all. I hurt. It's painful. I'm not telling nobody that they can't post my stuff or they can't talk about it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I just need y'all to back off. Give me a day or two before you start posting this stuff. You guys want to compare this man to Martin Luther King? What's wrong with y'all? He got a family out here. He got grandkids out here. And they got to look up and see this type of person that y'all say represent Martin Luther King, this type of person. His license needs to be taken from him. Yeah. Is that what you got this? That's what you went to school for? So you can get older people, falsify stuff to get older people personal data, commit fraud. Yeah. The criminals of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Kimmy, there you go. Why don't you talk about that, Kimmy? Tisha, why don't you talk about that? Y'all talking about mail, talk about this.